Welcome to Minecraft Lord of the Rings. This is the Shire, as you can see. See some hobbitses down there. And let's get started. Obviously we're going to need some wood to start off with. Get the old hardships out of the way early. The quicker you get the wood, the better. And might I just add, the shaders are amazing, don't you think? Look at them. You can see, look at that flare. And look at that hobbit. He looks spectacular. And just so you're all aware, no enemy entities such as orcs will spawn in the Shire, as the Shire is a peaceful land. It's quite useful actually for early game, so you can quickly get some quick loot. And this, everyone might know as the great, powerful Gandalf the Grey, and he's gone down in a hole. I don't think he's great and powerful anymore. I think he's a little bit off his... He's had a bit too much smoke weed. And yes, that's what they call it, smoke weed. It's a bit weird. It's not weed. So it's not marijuana, don't worry. Hoping I don't get demonetized for that word. Just doing the old quest to start with. To get a couple things off of him. This is a part of the mod. Can't change this, but I don't mind. I do know some of the basic crafting already. Like if you get 2 pouches, you get a medium pouch, and you get a medium pouch and a small pouch, you get a large pouch. It's quite nice actually. Having one large pouch is pretty useful. Going down into this cave, now, it might seem a bit dark. However, with a little bit of persistence, I think we can do this just fine, because I think that's coal there. So if we make a pickaxe, we can mine that coal and get a torch to place down, a couple torches to place down, and one to hold in the hand, thanks to the dynamic lighting mod, which gives us the ability to walk around with a light. And I'm only just noticing I need to speak with Gandalf again. Where's that old coot wandered off to? Oh, there he is. Can't miss him with his lovely pointy blue hat. Not grey, by the way. Blue. Unless that's a shade of grey. Probably is, knowing me. I'm not a big fan of multiple colours for the same colour. It doesn't make sense. Because everything is the same colour. And no, I'm not colourblind. Apparently the dynamic lighting mod isn't working. I'm going to have a look into that later. If I can't get it fixed, oh well. It's probably interfering with the shaders. However, seems like it's going to be a fun game. Like, what are we going to do today? Mine. It's going to be a resource gathering episode, really. We might explore to the other ends of the Shire. We might go down to Brandywine Bridge, as you might remember from Lord of the Rings. That's where they escaped one of the Nazgul. But this map is ginormous. They even have the Far East, the Horn of Harad. That is how far you can go down. However, sadly, they do not have the Undying Lands, you might notice, although you could always say, if you wish, this is the Undying Lands, but it's not, sadly. Obviously, the Undying Lands is where the elves go when they die. Or, well, not when they die, when they choose to go back home, because that's where the elves are actually originally from, before they came to Middle-earth and settled here. A little fun fact about Lord of the Rings, you're going to get a couple of those as we travel through. And Gandalf's decided to join us. Can you give us a haste potion, do you think? No? Okay. Worth a shot. Wasn't it? We also have the Lumberjacks mod, so we can cut down a tree in one go. I don't think we have any other pretty much enhancing mods. Well, I've never asked anybody how they are. So how's everybody in chat? Or well, in the comment section. We all good? Yeah. Sadly, that seems to be the end of the cave. You can start moving out now. Go to another place. Maybe it goes down a little further this way. No, but there's a nice little bit of coal. And coal will be useful, because when you get to dwarven smithing and elven smithing, because in this Let's Play we're going to be playing as the good guys. When we get to elven smithing and dwarven smithing, if you put them coal and iron, just stand it doesn't. It can be in an ingot, in a furnace, an elven furnace or a dwarven furnace. You get elvish or dwarvish steel, depending on which furnace you use, obviously. We might get some more coal, because we will want a nice little, you know, a little bit of food before we head out on our perilous journey into the unknown. But the goal is to eventually make it to Osgiliath. I think that's how you pronounce it anyway. Osgiliath. So let's pronounce it there. So we'll go, and maybe even go to Minas Morgul. Maybe even Mount Doom, but that seems a bit of a stretch. We're probably going to head down this nice little path here. This is where we make our decision. Do we join the elves? However, if we want to join the dwarves, the closest place where we're going to find dwarves is the Blue Mountains. And I believe you can also find them in, obviously, the Iron Hills. And I know you can also find them in Erebor. I thought that kingdom fell, but they might have resettled it. Like a little company resettled it, didn't they? Which is good. So that has it running through. Now we can continue to explore. Looks like we have some tin here. You can make, I believe, copper. Might be bronze, isn't it? No, yeah, it's bronze, tin, and copper. Yeah, you can make bronze in this mod, which allows you to make a whole host of armor. Well, different armors, that is. I think you can make bronze swords, which is always nice, having bronze swords. Seem to have run out of torches. Gonna have to make some more. Well, got some more torches, and off we continue into the cave, which comes to an end, of course. But, as before, there is some coal. Always coal, useful. The more coal the merrier, that's what I like. If we can keep on getting it, if we get a lot of it early on, we won't need it later, really. And people might say, oh, but you'll use it all. You won't. You only really make one set of armor. It takes a while for Elvish and Dwarf, especially Dwarvish, I believe, because it has more hit points, for it to break. But I prefer Elvish armor due to the fact it looks way cooler than the Dwarvish armor. I don't know if anybody agrees with me on that. We also have the Bibliocraft and the Agricultural Craft mod installed, which allows us to hopefully improve farming and even letting us decorate a house, which will probably be in the Shire, because in the Shire it's in my opinion, one of the most beautiful parts of this entire map. Green grass, green trees, it's brilliant. Whereas if you go to an area like Lothlorien, has the green grass, but all the trees are gold and white. It just doesn't have the same, aura as the Shire. The mystical land where hobbits and wizards go. More hobbits over there with some Shire ponies. Yeah, Shire ponies. Traditionally, I always thought Shire ponies were the big horses, like the bigger ones, like the really, really big horses. But apparently not. They're the small ones in here. Oh. Poison ivy, I think that is. I think that's poison ivy at least. I know it hurts you if you walk over it like that. And there is one of the first naturally generated structures. And there's another. First is a windmill. We're going to like the windmills later on because they have hay bales, which are particularly good at getting bread. And bread will probably be our primary food source for the trip. Obviously, I'll probably edit out a lot of the journey in case unless anything interesting happens. And there are also alcohol. Is alcohol in the game? I'm gonna eat some of their food. They're gonna panic about that. We are, though, going to take this furnace because it is a hobbit oven. And a hobbit oven is very useful for one particular reason. I think it has 8 slots to cook food items in, which is really, really useful. But early game. I'll also be keeping a log. However, for a log I will need a couple more things. And let's go to this. And a very useful building. I think the fastest way to mine these hay bales is with a pickaxe. I could be wrong. Now we have the hay, we can do this. I will need to use the crafting table, which is, in fact, upstairs. There are 2 chests upstairs. That doesn't look bad. I will probably take that, because it seems to be a special one. I'll also be taking a couple more hobbit ovens, because, again, always useful to have more hobbit ovens. I don't believe Bilbo Baggins is actually in the game, by the way. You might say there. I know if you get a certain mod, you can get NPCs, NPCs, we'll go with NPCs, to play certain characters, such as Aragorn. This doesn't seem like a hard quest, so we will do this. And if they have like a little, obviously, notification above their head, they have a quest, you complete a quest, you get money for it. Always useful to have a bit more money. Money will be used later on for trading and troop recruitment. Yeah, you can get troops in this, I love it. You can do like massive battles, however, sadly, it does take a lot of money to get loads of troops, so I think for one standard elvish warrior it's like 100 or 50 coins, which doesn't seem like a lot, but you can make coins by finding silver and smelting it down, which is quite nice because it doesn't take as much effort to have to do quests where you have to find items, or certain quests are pretty good because they're just easy, kill so and so or kill X amount of, which is quite good because you can easily do that. Orcs aren't particularly strong, but in large numbers they are a force to be reckoned with. I will take that for when I am going into the caves, which will be a adventure. And if you open it here, it also opens the large pouch, which is a nice little feature I like, because it doesn't take as much time to transfer, like mine now, not mine. We will be taking that as well, because that always helps. We'll also be crafting the bread I said. 18 loaves so far. And we continue. Let's see what else we can find. And here is one of our first hobbit holes. There are bigger hobbit holes. This is one of the small ones. I always find them pretty quaint. Nice. There's nothing. Oh, hobbit pancakes. I don't think they give you any additional effects, but I like them because I think they're like because you can get lembas bread. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but you can get lembas bread, the elvish bread that fills up everybody in one bite. But apparently not hobbits. That's canon. It doesn't fill hobbits up in one piece. Most other species it does, such as dwarves it does, and humans, for example. They do. Looks like it's slowly becoming night, which is good. We can take our first sleep rest and get a spawn point in. Probably be the house that I just went in. Oh, ow, ow. And this is the tavern of the Old Barrel, which would be nice. Probably going to go back, skip the night. There might not be any entities, but it might be a bit dark. So, you know. And another Shire Pony. I like the Shire Ponies. They're basically horses, but smaller. They're quite cool. Oh, it's not night yet. Look at that. It's cool, isn't it? I always find it cool when I like having better graphics in Minecraft, but I don't like having overzealous good graphics in Minecraft, like making the textures really detailed. It just looks wrong, in my opinion. Like, if you try too much in Minecraft, it looks wrong. But doing the small things like shading, for example, it looks better. That's just a personal preference. Let me know what you think about that. And here are the banners of the hobbits. Gonna have a pumpkin pie. Pie. Love pie. One should go to bed late and get up later. Now that is facts. I don't know about you, but that is facts. I love to go to bed late and get up late. It seems like a little personal thing of mine. Gonna start organising the inventory. I'm actually gonna like sell that to you permanently. Gonna put hobbit ovens, that, the fishing rod, the coins, the oak saplings, and that. That's the quest journal. Yeah, it's very useful. And I'm gonna put these in there as well. Allows to organise up the inventory. And we will be heading, to start with, south to try and get to Waymeet. Or, actually no, we'll go east to the famous Hobbiton. Which means we can go and pay a visit to Bilbo Baggins in Bag End. Which I still don't think's in this one. It would be nice. Like if you go down to Minas Tirith, there is technically the the massive ring that circles Minas Tirith, but it's not detailed, which is sad. But yeah, I guess there's nothing you can really do about that. But it looks cool. The same with Isengard, actually. If you go to Isengard, there is a ring that surrounds it, but there's not actually the Orthanc, like the massive tower. It's not actually there. Let me know if you want me to switch maps. I'll just transfer all my items across to the map which has all this built in. They use the same mod pack, so it uses like all of this, like all the layouts of this, but it just makes like Bree, the Shire. It adds Bag End, and a couple other things, which is nice. It even adds, like, you know, when they're going through the river in the film, they have the two kings with their hands up in it. It looks cool. Just let me know if you want to see that in a so I can switch mods early on. That'll just put me back where I was before I changed mods or maps even. Nothing will be lost, nothing will be gained. Well, the gain would be obviously a better looking map. Let me know down in the comments. I'm interested. If you get a single comment, I'll change the map. Get some pork. It also allows me, if I do change the map, it allows me to add the mod which allows you to meet like all the NPC characters, such as Aragorn, Frodo, Merry, Pippin, Bilbo, both Bilbos really, the old one and the young one. But yeah, I'm interested. Looks like we've got a hill in front of us, gonna go around that, rather than go through it, or above it, because that's gonna take time. When we got a set of iron armor, a couple iron tools, we'll move on. Just need to find another cave entry. And I most likely... Oh, is that one there? Nah. I always find that misleading. Like that. Do you? If you ever play Minecraft. Like that looks like, oh, that's going to be a cave, but no. Sad it's not. Oh, cows. Kill a couple cows. Just to get a little bit of food. I'll eventually cook it into food. Bit of leather as well. Get us on the way to making saddle. And yes, you can make saddles in this. I believe you can make saddles. I don't quite remember, but I think you can make saddles. But yeah. Look at that beautiful sunrise. Oh, that's a nice looking house. I think that's another one up there. Actually, looks like there's a couple up there. Gonna have to have a little look up there. Bruce End. Did that say Bruce? Bernus. Bernus. Tell me what that says in the comments as well. Like how to pronounce that, if I'm pronouncing it right. Always interesting though. I think that's still one of the small... There are... The little hobbit hole I just went into is actually a small hobbit hole. You can get large hobbit holes, which are pretty cool. I wouldn't want to live in one though. They're a bit cramped. Ouch. But all in all, they're quite nice. I might have to change chunk render distance because it looks a little bit goofy when you look on in the distance and there's just a cutoff. But yeah, we're gonna should start finding another cave. So we can just go down and start mining. Normally when you're looking for a cave or iron or gold or something, you can never seem to find it. It's a nightmare. I'm one of the people that are like, not finding something's not my fault. Hoping to find a cave. Is that one over there? Nope. Shame. Before this video is over, I promise I will have iron tools and equipment. I promise you. Oh, look what we found. It's a cave. Love it. Hashtag losing. Hoping this way is a little bit better. It looks like it sadly comes back up again. And it does. What about over here? Oh, oh, oh. Now isn't that some luck? A ravine. Love a ravine. Gonna mine down. I don't have a water bucket. But I don't mind. Not having a water bucket's just a part of the fun. And that's a pain. Mine some of get some of this iron. Does anybody here mine straight down? Because I've always been told not to do it, but I always seem to do it and nothing bad seems to happen. I don't do it on, like, every second, but like, if you're struggling to find, like, a cave or something, I just dig straight down, see what happens. If nothing's found, if nothing happens, nothing's lost. Like, why not? Oh, there's a nice little chunk of iron there. Gonna go for it. If you want any, like, talking topics for the next video, comment. Don't forget to subscribe, I suppose. Not done that in a video before. See if it works, you know. Subscribe. Would be happy if you did. If you didn't, well, shame. You didn't subscribe. You just miss out on the fabulous content to come. Eventually. In the future. By the way, I only upload on weekends. That's like what I do. Already got 34 iron. Gonna get a little bit more couple more torches. Gonna put a gun. I need that wood, don't I? Gonna make all of that into torches, really. Make a load of torches. Gonna mine a little bit more coal just to, you know, help out. I will be making an iron pike, which allows me to attack enemies from a distance, but it doesn't allow you just to keep on swinging, if that makes sense. You has like a I think it was like a double cooldown from using like a normal sword. Double takes twice as long to attack again. In easy ways to say it. But we are now making iron, which is good. Like iron, like tools, like armor. Yeah, good. Got a little bit more coal. Continue trying to find more iron. Like iron. Just because there's a cobweb doesn't mean there's spiders, because there's not. But there is water. And I do actually, I believe, need cobwebs. Well, at least I need the string from them to make a saddle. I don't remember though, because there's two ways I can remember crafting it. One was like this, and then the other was like this. Of course, it was the second one, you know. Like, it's always the latter one. I can put some of these items into the hospitality area. Now we can pull out a couple more pieces of iron and wood to make some sticks. So we can now make a pickaxe and a pike, I believe. I can't remember. Because you can make a spear like that and a pike like that. I want the pike though. I like hitting enemies from a distance. Let's go and get some. Gonna use up my stone pickaxe before I start using the iron one, just so I can just use it all. Won't be a waste of resources like the wooden ones always seem to be in Minecraft. Like, no one really keeps them. After you've used them once, you never really use them again. Stone, as soon as you get to stone tools, wood tools go out the window immediately. But that doesn't bother me. Like, prefer not to waste the resources, but it's a necessary evil to make the old wooden tools. See if I can place a torch down here. Can. Just gonna leave it like that. Anything over here? But I will need to get up again. There was, I believe, a way this way. Just so I don't have to place a couple blocks down. Save all the resources. Gonna make the first little bit of iron armor. See if I can make the helmet. I can. I've got now boots and the fur. But boots and a helmet. All I need now is a little bit more for the chest and the leggings. Just so stay defended. Orcs and wargs are a little bit of a pain in the bum. And soon as I have all the equipment, I'll probably end the episode there. But we're not there yet. Some people are probably happy about that, and some people are probably like, ugh, when will this end? As you can tell, I'm trying to make comedy out of nothing. It's not working. That's why I suggested down in the comments put a topic of conversation. That's what we'll do. Topic of conversation. We'll stay on that topic until there's nothing left to talk about it. Like, I'm a very fond Halo person, or Lord of the Rings, per example. That's why I'm playing this. Love Lord of the Rings. And that's a bit buggy. We're going to ignore that. Don't know what that's all about. Might have to turn that off, because it's a bit weird. Don't know what that is all about, actually. Maybe it's because we went to the rain, I'm not too sure. But I'm going to have a look at the rain effects now. Video settings, shaders, shader options. Where do we think it's going to be? Motion blur? Nah. Don't know what that's all about. Sky and lighting? I have no clue. I'm not a big person on shaders. If anybody knows what that was about, put that down in the comments as well. It's always helpful. Not sure what that's about. Just reset it, you know. See if that helps. Oh wow, that just changed the environment, didn't it? Significantly. Yeah, it seems to not like the rain that much. See if it's one of these problems. It might be. I might have to go into mod settings on the dev page. I don't know. But I will end the video on a high note with some lovely iron armor to suit up our player. Now, let's go. And I'll see you in the next video.